Hello guys, this is Muntasir Rahman and today this video will be on what to feed your crayfish. So I'll try to put everything that I know about feeding crayfish, and this video will be an all source for you. So whenever you're confused about what to feed crayfish, you can just watch it and I hopefully will be cleared. So first, crayfishes are omnivores, which means they can eat both plants and animals just like us. However, when the crayfishes are baby, as they need to grow much quicker, so in the baby stage, crayfishes will prefer a more protein-rich diet. As they grow older, they will start to prefer more vegetables type food. Okay. Now let's make it simple. You can feed your crayfish pretty much anything under the sun. They will eat anything you can give them, they can eat it. So the feeding is not the concerning part here. You can absolutely feed anything to your crayfish, but the thing to remember is you need to feed your crayfish good food, high quality food. What many crayfish keepers do is, as they can eat anything, they just buy a cheap food from the local fish store, cheap like LG wafer or some fish flakes, and throw it in the tank. Yes, your crayfish will eat those, but your crayfish won't be healthy. It won't get the necessary nutrients, minerals, vitamins, etc. from this cheap food. So you need to invest in a very high quality food. So that will be my first recommendation. Buy the highest quality food that your budget can allow. Your crayfish will thank you for it. Okay. Now the first type of food is commercial food. There are many commercial foods available now in the market for crayfishes. What I like is LG wafers from a reputed brand like Hikari LG wafer. They are very great for crayfish. You can also feed it shrimp pellet like API shrimp pellet. Those are very great. You don't have to choose these two. I am not being compensated for mentioning their names. I just like those brands. You can choose any brand that has LG wafers, shrimp pellets, those type of things, but make sure the brand is reputed, their food is good, not a cheapest brand. Okay. So, the commercial food will be enough for the crayfish. It will offer it most of the nutrients, minerals if the food is from a good reputed brand. However, your crayfish everything wants a varied diet. Okay, you won't like to eat everything. You won't like to eat one type of food every single day. You will want variety, right? You won't like steaks every freaking day. You will want variety of foods, fruits, vegetables, etc. So that's the case for crayfish too. You will want to feed it a variety of diet, mix those things up. So a good way to mix things up is by adding vegetables. As I have said, crayfishes are omnivores, so they will prefer vegetables, they will eat those, and giving vegetables to crayfish is pretty much free because you will always have vegetables in your fridge, whether it is cucumber, zucchini, spinach, whatever it is, you will have some in your fridge. Just take a piece of your vegetable or take one leaf of the spinach, then boil it for 5 to 10 minutes until it is very soft, and then throw it in the crayfish tank. Your crayfish will enjoy it wildly. So this is some quick way to mix up the diet of the crayfish. You can just feed it a commercial food along with vegetables. Now for those who want to take it a little bit further, who want to make sure they are giving the crayfish the highest quality food, for those, you can sometimes feed your crayfish bloodworms, then black worms, freeze-dried jumbo krill shrimps, all those things. These are very, very rich in protein and they will serve as excellent treats for your crayfish. You can pretty much feed them 2 to 3 times a week these high quality protein foods. Your crayfish will go crazy for those things and it will thank you for those. So this is pretty much everything. Now one quick tip I want to share with you. If you are planning on going on a vacation and you are worried about if your crayfish can starve to death, if the vacation is for a week, if you are going away for 5 to 7 days, then don't worry, crayfish can live without food for 5 to 7 days comfortably. Also, they are scavengers, so at night they will look for dead organic matters, rotting organic matters, and eat those things, rotting leaves, dead animals, etc., things like that. So you don't have to think about the food if you are going away for 5 to 7 days. However, if your vacation will last more than that, then one quick way to add a sustaining food source to the crayfish tank is by adding some aquatic plants, cheap aquatic plants. I'm talking about densa, hornwort, floating plants, things like that. These are very cheap aquatic plants. You can just put them inside the sand or any substrate you are having, and your crayfish can eat those plants whenever it wants, and they will act as a very good sustaining food source for the crayfish. Also, live fish can be an option too. If you want, you can throw in the crayfish tank some live feeding fish like goldfish, guppies, etc., and when your crayfish goes hungry, it can hunt down the fish and eat those too. So this is all about what you should feed your crayfish, and let me tell you about when to feed it or how much to feed it. What I like to do is I feed my crayfish 3 or 4 times a week, basically every other day. This ensures that the water quality doesn't deteriorate too much and the environment keeps healthy. If the crayfish is baby, then you can feed it every day because babies need more nutrients and protein to grow. But if the crayfish is adult, then you can go away by feeding every other day. But if you feed every day, that won't be the problem. Just make sure you are doing regular water changes and your crayfish will be fine. So this is everything about crayfish feeding. I hope you have found the video helpful. If you did, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more future videos. Thank you.